This is the Hyundai HYVI10030 wet and dry vacuum. Now it's a high powered vacuum. It's capable of 21 kPa, 2.7 meters cubed a minute on suction. It's got 3 separate motors, each one 1000 watts, so it's kind of 3 vacuums in one. You can actually run them individually or all together, so you can have a 1 kilowatt vacuum, a 2 kilowatt vacuum or a 3 kilowatt vacuum. It comes with a 5 meter hose. It's got a 5 meter cable, so the reach of the vacuum is around about 10 meters. The tank is 100 litres, but I'm not sure how much it will actually store in the tank when you use it as a wet vac, and I'll find that out when I come to use it. Now, it says in the instructions that it's for DIY use, but when you go on the website, it actually says it's suitable for commercial use. So one thing I have found though is if you use it for DIY use, then you get a 3-year guarantee. And if you use it for industrial or commercial use, then the guarantee is only for 1 year. So I've bought this for 2 main uses. The first one being my guttering. I mean, I live in a bungalow, so it's not too difficult for me, but normally I climb up a ladder and fill a bucket full of all the debris and throw it away. Go up this step ladder and have a look, see if it's cleared it. Oh wow, that is seriously impressive. It has completely cleared that guttering. And the second use that I've got for it is over there at the swimming pool, and I'll show you that now. This is a pool cover I made a few years ago. I've got a vacuum that I use for this, but it's small and it keeps clogging all the time. So I wanted something that first of all would suck up a lot more volume, and secondly would have more sucking power. So that will give you an indication of the reach of the vacuum. You can see that the plug is plugged in just under the window there, and you can see the little box on the windowsill where the plug is, and that is round about the maximum reach of the vacuum. Now I've got to say, there is no doubt that this is a serious vacuum cleaner. There's loads of suction power there. If I was using my old system, I would have had to have emptied it at least twice, maybe 3 times by now. I had quite a few fittings that I've used for the pool over the years, and I've managed to make myself an extension pole. Right, so that is that little float on the tank cutting the vacuum off. So the tank's full now. Let's have a look inside. So as you can see, there's still a fair bit of room left in that tank, which is what I would expect with one of these things. The liquid is 455 millimeters deep, and it's 410 millimeters across. So I've done the maths, and the tank is holding about 60 litres. Now, as you can see, it's quite easy to bowl this around. So doing this just means it's going to be a lot easier to get rid of all the leaves that are inside the tank. There's a chain on the back here. It's designed to trail on the floor, and it's there to stop me from getting an electric shock from the static that this machine generates. I've finished the pool now, but I've got to say that it did make my life a lot easier, so I am pleased with it. As you can see, I've swapped the vacuum over from wet operation to dry operation. This is the supplied HEPA filter. This is the cloth pre-filter, and that really takes the place of a vacuum bag. I'm going to try and vacuum all of this up, which is all metal. And as you can see, we've got some sizable nuts in there. Now that is seriously impressive. Now a normal vacuum would not be able to cope with that in any way, shape or form. It is a very powerful vacuum, and I'll just show you inside the drum. And there we go. It comes with 2 tubes that just slot together like that, and then tool wise we've got a wet tool and a dry tool. This has got a brush, and this has got squeegees on it. A substantial crevice tool, which can be used for wet or dry applications, and a brush tool, which is used for dry applications. Now they all fit on the trolley. You can tilt the drum over to empty it like so. Now, as well as that, there is a little drain cap at the bottom, so you can actually open that to drain it by removing the cap. This is a constant battle for my wife and I, but I just wanted to try this to see what it was like at vacuuming up leaves. One motor first, and see what it's like on one motor, and we'll just see whether it deals with these leaves. Well, actually that was quite pleasurable. I didn't mind that at all. I ended up using this wet tool and it works really very well for the leaves. So if you look on the greenhouse roof here, we've got a load of detritus from the trees that are next to the greenhouse. And every year I've got to clean all this stuff off the top of the greenhouse. Now I'm hoping that this vacuum will prove to be very, very useful at doing that. The crevice tool is great for getting in this guttering, and I'll just show you what it's like inside. So hopefully you can see that it's done a good job of vacuuming that out. That's what it looks like when it's not being vacuumed out. So as you can see, it stopped with that no problem at all. But when you consider the fact that you can do your guttering with it, if you're paying someone to do your guttering, you're going to get that money back very, very quickly if you do it yourself. Now I appreciate you've got to make an adapter in order to allow you to do that, but at the same time, it is a very versatile vacuum, and I'm really glad that I decided to buy it. Now hopefully I've reviewed this enough for you guys to get a good idea of what it's capable of, and you can make your own minds up whether you think it's a good vacuum or not. But I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and please take care.